Yo, crew members, what it be?
Hello, everybody.
How you doing?
It's that time. He followed suit, man. He heard the little Brit in me. He's like, I got to get it in too.
Nice.
It's that time of the month again. Time to clear out them hard
It's
drives.
that time of the month again. Andy's got his crew.
It's that time of the month, guys.
He has been a little moody.
He's definitely moody, and he just ate a whole bag of chips.
It's time to clear out those fucking hard drives.
Oh hell
Make some room in those hard drives. No matter what you got, Xbox, PS4, it don't matter. It is time for the free and new games of the month.
Yep.
For if you have PlayStation Plus, Xbox Live games with gold, and I guess we're gonna start with Xbox, eh?
And you also need an external hard drive. Let's go ahead. Let's just drop that shit right now because
Touche.
we got some stuff for you, man.
All right, so starting with Xbox games with gold, you have 4 games. We have Portal Knights, Override, Mech City Brawl, MX Unleashed, and Red Faction 2. Portal Knights, you forge your character, craft epic weapons, and vanquish enemies in this 3D action sandbox RPG. You and your party are the only hope for a world torn apart and terrorized by the Hollow King, which sounds dope, by the way.
Yeah.
You level up your heroes. You explore dungeons as you explore dozens of randomly generated islands.
Better explore them dungeons, boy.
Right? Create amazing structures and interact with the colorful inhabitants of the land in a quest to become the ultimate Portal Knight. That is Portal Knight, available August 1st to the 31st on Xbox One. Moving right into Override Mech City Brawl. I feel like just hearing that name, you probably already have an idea what you're getting into. You have high-octane mech battles, which I'm sold already, delivered in a city-crushing ballad of destruction. Experience a blockbuster full-length campaign, a myriad of local and online multiplayer modes, and a cast of 12 gigantic mechs to pilot, each customizable and with their own special abilities. You tower over your opponents and lay waste to environments inspired by real-life locations to become the top mech pilot. No gears, no glory. And that is Override Mech City Brawl.
I love that fucking slogan, dude.
Right?
No gears, no glory.
No gears,
Fuck
no
yeah.
glory. That one is not available until August 16th, but it'll run August 16th to September 15th on Xbox One. MX Unleashed. I actually used to really, really love playing motocross games. I had I forget what game I had, but I played the dog shit out of it. Where you had
I used to play the GP games. You know what I mean? The
MotoGP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the souped up Repsols and the Aprilas and all that type of shit.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun. Shit, where was I? Oh, MX Unleashed. Replay a fantastically addicting freestyle motocross game from the classic Xbox era. Perform stunts and tricks on huge, dangerous tracks. I see Anthony doing something weird out of the corner of my eye.
Just better.
Perform stunts and tricks on huge, dangerous tracks to unlock amazing game secrets across a large variety of freestyle and supercross venues. Featuring enormous sandbox environments, this motocross game is one big off-road playground. That is MX Unleashed, and that will be available August 1st to the 15th. And again, as Xbox is always great at doing, they do give you, they give games every month for people that still have Xbox 360. So
Gotta love that
MX Unleashed will be
compatibility.
available August 1st to the 15th on Xbox One and Xbox 360. And last, the game that I know a lot of people will be excited about, it will be Red Faction 2. I know Red Faction is widely popular. I played the first one.
I played the first one a little bit. I don't think I finished it, though.
Red Faction 2, you fight to overthrow a corrupt dictator and government in this classic first-person shooter. It has been 5 years since the rebellion on Mars began, and the oppressed people of the Commonwealth are rising up. You lead a squad of unique super soldiers, each with their own specialized methods of destruction, ranging from demolitions to gunships, to topple the crooked governments and restore peace to the land. And, yeah, I just burped. And it smells.
That's gross.
It smells.
The mic went back into his nose.
Sure.
That's what he gets. That's what he
It
gets.
did. Like, I can feel it. But yeah, anywhere you can fight and overthrow a corrupt dictator, I am game.
But yeah.
That is yeah. That is Red Faction 2, available August 16th to the 31st on Xbox One and Xbox 360. I said August for some reason. That's why I started laughing on my own. Available August 16th
I
to
just
the
took a drink.
31st.
Don't fucking do that.
Sorry. But yeah, in typical Xbox fashion, they're giving you 4 games, all of which sound pretty interesting. And again, like I always say, there's no better time to try a game than when they're free. So
do we know anything about the Metacritic scores on those, or
I'll find that out. While
Alright.
Anthony hits you with the free games that you can get with your PlayStation Plus membership.
Oh, look at that, leading right into me.
wow,
Huh?
dude, that transition was golden, dude.
That was all right.
So
So
King.
the two games we do have for PlayStation 4 is Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, which is actually remastered. With Fall Guys, it is there you go. Survive a series of hilarious challenges until one victor remains in a colorful 60-person online multiplayer party game. Test your melt in brutal free-for-alls or co-op challenges where only the winning team advances to the next round.
Damn.
Bend, bounce, and bash your way through hilarious physics-based obstacles. From smashing through doors to balancing on massive seesaws to racing up mountains riddled with traps. Add a touch of style to your Fall Guy by customizing them with everything from classy pineapple couture to flattering prehistoric fashion. It's my bad. Phone went dark really quick, and I was like, oh, fuck. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout will be available to download August 4th until Monday, August 31st. The 4th of August is Tuesday, by the way.
There you go.
Next, we have COD Modern Warfare 2. It's 2009 blockbuster.
From what I remember,
it's been fully
I enjoyed
remastered.
it. I mean,
yeah,
because we threw down on that shit a lot, dude.
all the time. All the time. This was our go-to. It was like, hey, we got 30 minutes to play video games. Yep, cool. You know
That
what we're
was-
playing? We ain't even got to talk about it.
That was that was back in the day when we played. When we all actually enjoyed. You know what I'm saying, playing the online multiplayer stuff.
I'm not really going to go in depth about what this game is about because you've probably played it in the past.
Yeah.
The only difference is this is the campaign itself has been remastered. Good news is the game will be available to download on Tuesday, July 28th, which we are obviously past because it's August 1st.
Yep.
And it's going to be available until Monday, August 31st.
There you go.
I do have one more thing for PlayStation as well. There is going to be a free online multiplayer weekend that is coming up Saturday, August 8th at 12:01 through Sunday, August 9th. Online multiplayer games sold separately, requires internet connection, yada, 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 yada. PlayStation Plus 10th anniversary PS4 theme. As a reminder, PlayStation 4 free theme celebrating the past decade can be downloaded for free on PlayStation Store for a limited time.
That's sick to be
Yeah.
able to have a week to play without a PS Plus membership.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
It's a weekend.
Weekend. That's like a
Look, when
that's a
do
week for gamers.
No, I'm just saying.
when do most people play on the weekends anyway?
Exactly. So
So,
it's absolutely the
works.
ideal time for anybody.
And you know
if
these
don't have
dates
the
are legit
opportunity.
because, as usual, we get this information directly from
Correct.
Xbox
Directly from
and-
Xbox and
and,
PlayStation.
and PlayStation. Touche.
Yeah.
Oh, and to answer your question, by the way, I
I
got
was
some of
curious.
these scores for
I mean,
you.
look, I was
for-
just curious about it, just because. I mean, look, a lot of times,
Don't
when
ask
we do
because I'm
these,
not giving you answers.
a lot of times when we do these, I mean, it's kind of like, okay, I mean, which system did better? You know what I mean? At throwing games to you, because we were just talking about before
Yeah.
we cut the mics on. I mean, about how PlayStation, for the most part, has been, I mean, stepping up their game with the free games. I mean, per month.
Yeah, I mean, I've played Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, like we talked about forever. But I think I'm going to re-download it and I'm going to play the campaign.
It was such a
Because the
great
campaign
Well,
was good.
that and the fact that it's been remastered. Sure, what the
Yeah.
hell? I'll give it a go.
Little
Which means it's
cleaner.
just going to look cleaner, prettier, and I'm actually really excited.
And again, if you got your membership, it's free.
Yeah,
It don't
why
cost you
not?
nothing.
That's true.
But some of these scores, so Portal Knights is a 71 Metascore, 6.5 user score. Override Mech City Brawl, a little underwhelming, 59, and it doesn't really have a user score. But the next two, I mean, MX Unleashed is an 8.8 on IGN, an 80% on Metacritic, and an 8 on GameSpot. And Red Faction 2, 9.2 on IGN,
Fuck.
74 on
Nice.
Metacritic, 7 out of 10 on GameSpot. So, yeah, I mean, pretty well respected.
I'm definitely going to download Red Faction too.
And now, as usual, you're going to hit us with a plethora of new games.
I do like when we use big words. Yes, sir. Plethora is
Solid
is
$4.
right.
It's a $4 word right there. Right?
Yeah, so here are the games for August 2020 for the new releases. All right, so for August 4th, we have Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout for PS4, and then Scully, which is for the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and Switch. For August 5th, all we have coming out is Call of Duty Warzone Season 5, and that's going to be for the PlayStation and the Xbox.
That is wildly popular right now, by the way.
Warzone is killing
Wildly
it
popular.
right now,
That is
dude.
like the number one thing that I see people streaming on Twitch.
Yes.
And everyone I know that's playing it is having a blast. I know, Bill plays it. A few other friends play it.
Jacobs from Spaghetti Boys plays it too.
Yeah, apparently it is very, very fun.
Yeah.
And these are coming from people that generally don't like those battle royale style games, and even they love them.
Which, I mean, normally for us, we're not normally those types of people either.
Mm-mm.
For that type of shit. But let's see here. August 6th, we have Drink More Glurp, and that's for the Switch. Yeah, I say Glurp. Look, I'm reading what I got, okay?
I just like to know who's got the creative control in these rooms where they're trying to figure out titles of games. And what was that one called?
Drink More Glurp.
I wonder who said drink more glurp, and someone went, that's it. That's the one.
Good work. August 7th, you have the Fast and Furious Crossroads for PlayStation and Xbox. This isn't a console, but I do want to mention it just because it's an amazing game. Horizon Zero Dawn, the complete edition, is coming to PC on August 7th also.
Oh, that's
buy
badass.
It.
So-
buy it.
Yes. I mean, you're talking about a PlayStation exclusive coming to PC.
Mhm.
Mess with it.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
You will not regret it. Trust me. Inertial Drift is coming for PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch August 7th. And then I have 2 drops for the same game, but they're coming out different dates. So it is What Is Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?
Everything about that almost sounds
By the way, that's actually an anime.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so the EU version is for August 7th, and the version for the PlayStation 4 and Switch... All right, sorry. So the EU version for the PlayStation 4 and Switch is August 7th, and the US version for the PlayStation 4 and Switch is August 11th. Here you go, something you guys would fuck with. UFC 4 is coming out for the PlayStation and Xbox August 14th.
No,
I got some stuff to talk about that when we get to the news section.
Roger that. Let's see here. We have this is definitely a game you guys have been fucking with, and you guys are going to talk about in What Are We Playing? Remnant from the Ashes.
Oh.
The Subject 2923 DLC is coming out August 20th.
Yep.
So if you decide to hold off on that, you decide to go ahead and get the complete edition, which is what's going to be also coming out August 20th for the PlayStation and Xbox. Is that what you're going?
No. We'll talk about it when we. Yeah, don't worry about it.
We'll get there, I think, is
What
what he's
just
saying.
happened?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure
we'll
like
get
his part of his brain just, went to sleep.
It did.
So what else we got? We got Kana 4 Rhythms Across the Blue, which is coming out for PlayStation and Switch August 21st. Katagawa Jet Girls, which I was telling you guys before we cut the mic on that I know Unknown Game Podcast over in Japan, they're excited for. That's coming out August 25th. That might actually have already come out over there. I'm not sure. Madden 21 is going to be coming out for PlayStation and Xbox August 25th. That's also another huge one that people always pick up.
Those games are always good.
No Straight Roads is coming out for PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch on the 25th. For August 27th, you have Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicle Remaster Edition for the PlayStation and Switch. You have Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 4 coming out for PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. And this one that we talked about last week for the Xbox Showcase, Tell Me Why. Chapter 1 is coming out for Xbox on August 27th. And just to go ahead and remind everybody, that game is also going to be coming out on Game Pass on August 27th, date of release. Next one we have last ones we have are for August 28th, and we have Captain Tsubasa Rise of New Champions. That's going to be for PlayStation and Switch August 28th. Jump Force Deluxe Edition. That's coming out for the Switch. Project Cars 3 for the PlayStation and Xbox. Wasteland 3 for PlayStation and Xbox. And once again, with that one coming out for Xbox, it's also going to be for Game Pass, date of launch. And then Windbound is also going to be for PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. And those are all the games that are new in August.
Yeah, that was definitely a lot. That was definitely a lot.
Yeah.
But like we always say, now is the best time to try some of these games out, especially while they're free. And the ones that you gave, there were some bangers in there that are definitely worth picking up.
Yeah, not to mention, like I said, I want to reiterate the point of Game Pass. You know what I mean, so everything we saw at the showcase, we talked about showcase last week with last episode. All those games are going to, in some form or fashion, are going to be a part of the Game Pass just everything with Game Pass. So Wasteland 3 is, that's definitely a part of it. That's August. When that drops August 28th, you can either buy it for PlayStation, or if you have Game Pass, then you already have it. It's already dropped date of launch. And the same thing for Tell Me Why, which was that episodic,
Yes.
repressed memory game. That actually looks pretty cool when we were talking about it. So
I like shit that looks different.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that definitely.
It had that what was it? Life is Strange, right? It had that same type of feel, I believe.
Yeah.
You guys were talking about. Cause
Yep.
I think Anthony said he played Life is Strange.
Yeah, we both did.
Okay,
Yeah, we both did.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So that's all we have in new games, and you guys already gave us the free games. So let's drop into news. All right. I got a few bits of news. So did any of you guys notice? Since you guys are PlayStation guys in this room, any of y'all notice that Cuphead is out on PS4 right now?
I actually read that, and I feel like I should get it because, all three of it. Well, we can. It's co-op, right?
Yeah.
Now, there is no news on that delicious Last Course DLC.
Okay.
For being on PS4, but the Cuphead itself is currently out on PS4.
That game is great, by the way. It's still great. I love that whole
No, it's not. It's fucking terrible and hard.
It's hard. I'll give you that.
No,
Very
it
hard.
is an awesome game.
I love that Steamboat Mickey look that it's got, like that old school
Steamboat Willie.
Yeah.
I said no. There's Steamboat Mickey.
But it
Isn't
originally was Steamboat Willie.
Well, I'm a Mickey guy.
Well,
Mickey
if
originally
you're a
was
Mickey
Willie.
guy,
Yeah, you're right.
if you're a Mickey guy, then you would know that.
I just didn't. Sorry, apologize for me not wanting to say I was a Willie guy. All right. Sorry.
We all know you're a Willie guy. So look, listen. We played some of that campaign.
We did.
Actually, I think it was right before I left. Actually.
And because you and I are crazy, we did we redid the level until we got 100%.
Yeah, and I
And an
left.
A+.
I left for that deployment angry because of that game.
Yeah, and I never continued after you left. So
Aw,
we could
that's
get back into that.
sweet.
That's cute.
That's cute. Yeah.
I just felt some type of way, man. I couldn't let it go.
Hence, he's a
So-
Willie guy.
I'm gonna show you guys this one picture that I have on the laptop. So it's called an Analog Pocket. Have you guys seen this thing yet?
No. What?
So it is able to play classic Game Boy games in 440.
Tilt it down. Oh, okay.
Neat.
Wait, is that for?
What is that?
It can play old Game Boy cartridges.
Really?
But it can do it within the yeah, no, I saw that. But it has a 1440p resolution.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it is designed to look like a classic Game Boy. And actually it was designed by a PS4 concept artist.
Really?
Yeah.
Pokemon Red will look real good.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So the release of this is going to be in 2021. We don't have an actual release date yet, but we know the year at least.
So I'm gonna have to spend more fucking money. Hell, yes.
Welcome to video games.
Take all of my money,
Welcome
please.
to video games.
All right, so the cool thing about it is that it has HDMI out TV functionality.
Stop!
ability.
Take
So-
my money now, you son of a bitch.
So you can play it on your TV?
Yes.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Money's gone, all of it. I don't care what it costs. It's mine.
And here you go. You were able to replicate the original Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance screen as it quirks and all of it.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane because how many times were you playing those games back in the day and you're like, damn, this screen is so small. I wish I could play this on my TV.
Yeah,
Now you
dude.
can.
And yeah, this thing is fucking gorgeous, man.
So now I'm gonna go out and purchase all the older Pokemon games, the ones that I don't have.
Just start from
Yep.
each gen. Just go out Pokemon
Yep.
Red.
And
then
if my wife's
or
like,
yellow.
why are you spending all this money? You'll see in 2021.
it's going to be so worth it.
So by date
For
of
me.
this podcast being released, you'll be able to start pre-ordering it at 8 a.m. Pacific time.
Oh,
Okay.
sweet.
All right.
Wow, that's
And what
that's
was the
cool.
price?
I have nothing on the price yet.
Why the fuck would I pre-order it if I don't have a price?
$1 million.
Yeah, don't take my money. You can. No.
Oh, here we go. So you can get it in either black or white, and it's $200.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's
That's
go.
really not bad at all.
No.
Especially considering you're talking about, what, 3 different systems worth? Right?
Exactly. And if you
You
think of
said
it this
the
way,
regular Game Boy and Advance, Game Boy Color and Advance, right?
Yeah.
there's 3 systems at the cost of a Nintendo Switch Lite.
Yeah,
That is true.
So there you go.
that is true. And there's a whole bunch of nostalgia just waiting
Oh,
for
not to do the accessories you can get on this
well,
also. dude.
think of it this way.
Dude, there's a Game Gear adapter.
Just like Wes said.
There's a
you
Pocket
can use
Color
the
adapter.
HDMI.
you. Yeah.
Done.
Game Gear adapter.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. You can get, like, infinite money and infinite Pokeballs now, too. If you want them.
That's just cheating. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's
do
not
that.
cool.
So next thing I have is something that dropped like a few days after our episode last week released, and I'm like, man, if only we had a few more days before we actually put all this stuff out. So Halo Infinite, right? That 100% getting to you, huh?
This water is delicious.
I feel like I know where you're going with this.
So with Halo Infinite, the multiplayer will now be free to play, and it is supported by 120 frame per second on the Xbox Series X.
That's sick.
Now, I'm cool with it, but I'm also not a huge PvP person. I mean, I don't normally play games for that aspect. Like, I mean, if I play Halo, if I play Call of Duty,
You're a campaign guy.
I'm a campaign guy. Yeah.
I'm right there with
we
you. I mean,
always
with the
were.
exception of sports games now, like Chell and stuff like that, I haven't been a PvP guy since we all played Call of Duty together.
And we have yet to find. I have yet to find one that has any interest to me. Like you
Yeah.
had the new Call of Duty Warzone and shit like that.
mean-
But I'm just not interested.
I mean, look, so I know for a fact that with Halo Infinite, like I know people who don't play PvP anymore and are going to play this because all they've ever really done PvP wise is a Halo game.
Okay.
Because
It's right up their alley.
it just has a certain feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, Halo PvP has always been different than other
I get it.
other games like that.
I'm pretty positive that was my introduction into PvP.
Oh,
I'm
nah,
almost
for me it
positive.
was Call of Duty.
Didn't Halo come out before Call of Duty?
It did, but I never played it. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
I never had the original Xbox.
I got you. Yeah, it was definitely Halo for me.
But last thing I have is something that we talked about during the original Xbox showcase that we shit on because there was absolutely no gameplay. The original one. Do you remember seeing Battletoads?
Yeah.
So that's coming out for Xbox One and PC.
Shut the
and
front
Game
door.
Pass, August 20th.
I love when these older games make a resurgence. I love it.
So the cool thing about this game, all right. So you know how like Earthworm Jim played. You know what I mean? You know, to where it looked like a multi-layer behind you. You know what I mean? But it was basically platforming.
Yeah.
And you just side-scrolled. This essentially has that same feel.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you're gonna get a real old school feel with it.
You are. I mean, just a little bit better graphics.
That's awesome.
So yeah. So that's gonna be that's coming out from Delilah Studios, which is also being supported by the creator of the game Together, which is Rare.
Okay. We remember we
did talk about Rare.
You know
What-
what though? That makes sense now because
Grounded.
Grounded.
Had the Battletoad.
Yeah.
oh, that's
Yeah.
so
And
sick.
Grounded is
Out right now. Yes,
yeah.
it is. Grounded is out right now on Game Pass. I have yet to play it.
Well, you should.
Well, you're the only one of
play
us
it.
that can.
I know.
So
Yeah.
I know. But y'all got anything else on news?
yeah, I got a couple things actually. One, I mean, you had talked about UFC 4, and I know that that is a big game, especially for a lot of people. Just like Chell is for us because it may not always be that great, but it's all we got. You know what I mean? But what frustrated me about UFC 4, and of course I'm always gonna wait until it actually comes out before I 100% shit on it or don't. But watching the stuff that they have released so far is frustrating because number one, it doesn't look like the character models have changed much, if at all. And I actually have, I can show you guys afterwards, a side-by-side of Conor McGregor. What's Conor McGregor from? He's from the UFC. He's from the mixed martial arts world. A picture of him in UFC 4
Yeah.
next to a picture from his character in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare from 2016. And he looks far more realistic in Call of Duty than he does in his own UFC game.
That's funny.
Which
but
is
it
very
makes sense.
frustrating. It doesn't look so bad that you can't tell it's him or not him, but it's not that great. And some of the tweaks that they're coming out with, it just like the fact that you're on your 4th UFC game and it's 2020 drives me nuts. Like they're really driving home like realistic looking impact when you throw body shots. You can see the ripples, and I'm like, this is our 4th UFC game. Like this shit should have this shouldn't be a driving force of your new game at this point.
Okay, I'm sorry. I remember that shit with Fight Night Round 3.
I believe the last UFC game took a lot of their stuff from the Fight Night franchise.
Yeah, I mean, like, I remember throwing body shots, and then going to the head and watching just the whole thing.
Those games were so
Round
much
3
fun.
was so good.
They were so
like
good.
the UFC.
I never played the later ones, but Round 3 was the best.
That was the last
one.
one.
No,
played
no,
too.
you got to play Fight Night Champion. Fight Night Champions is the most recent one. It is phenomenal, and it has a story mode with it that is super sick.
All right, so back to the news.
Super sick.
You're gonna get me all excited for
Yeah.
no reason.
But like I have no doubt that it's going to be a good game, and they have stuff like that. But it's also about the stuff that they have left out. Like we're always talking about with Chell. There's fundamental parts of hockey that aren't in the hockey game,
Simple things. Yeah.
and it's the same thing with the UFC. Like there are there's 4 ways to end a fight in the UFC. You got KO, TKO, submission, decision. You still don't have TKOs in UFC 3. It's just you either knock a guy out, you go to decision, or you finish him. There's no like you're hammering this dude for 2 minutes and the ref's like, okay,
And the ref
get
jumps in.
off this guy. There's no. They used to have doctor stoppages. They don't have that anymore. So there's no like you get a bad cut and you got to protect it, or else the doctor might come in and stop the fight. Like stuff that's like fundamental to mixed
it's-
martial arts. They don't
So it's
have.
sounding more like they're taking more steps back than forward.
It's very dumbed down, and
So
they
it's like Chell.
and their most. Yeah. I mean, hopefully not, because we actually haven't seen anything from 21 yet,
You're
so we're
right,
not
you're
sure.
right, you're
History would tell you that it's possible, but and then they've gone back. They push an all new submission system, which is just a submission system that they used 2 or 3 years ago.
That's
on an
okay
older game.
because
it was better.
yeah, because the
It was
older
definitely
submission
better.
systems were so much fucking better.
It was better.
You had to hit a million fucking buttons in like 2 and 3 just to make one fucking move happen. You're
Yeah.
like, I don't like this.
So that's frustrating. I will wait until it comes out, but I had that, and then the Unknown Games podcast. They posted something on their Twitter the other day that I wanted to bring out that I just thought would be fun for a discussion. It was a list now that all of the exclusives for PS4 have already come out. There's nothing else. And I thought if nothing else, it'd be fun to talk about what we thought was the best, because seeing all these come out is ridiculous. So these are all of the big PS4 exclusives that have come out. You got Marvel Spider-Man, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima,
Yep.
God of War,
Yep.
Horizon Zero Dawn,
Yep.
Uncharted 4,
Yeah, baby.
Persona 5,
Keep giving it.
Bloodborne,
Right up, man.
The Last of Us Part 2.
And now you're done.
Yeah,
That
no, I'm done.
that is
But
that's a crazy list, and that's super hard.
Xbox, Halo. Wait, what?
Well, no, I
Sorry.
actually tried while I was looking
I'm
this up to
just
find
kidding.
a list to compare for
I
Xbox, but I didn't find
actually
it.
have something to discuss. I mean, when we're done this topic, when it comes down to the showcase last week.
Yeah.
So
What would your pick there be?
Oh,
That's
my-
tough. Granted, there's some that I haven't played, so I can't
if you
be
want
100.
to, okay. So if you want to go longevity, I would sit here and say God of War.
It depends.
Well, what do you mean longevity? God of War's the most, like the third most recent one on there,
But
I believe.
but isn't that the one that
I believe.
Yeah, I mean,
I may
but
have
that's
just
also.
lied.
I mean, it's had what 4 games. You know what I mean, Horizon's
I
only
hear
had
you.
1. You know what I mean, second one's coming out.
This has nothing to do with longevity, just what you think the best exclusive
Yeah, I
was.
mean,
that
if you're
came
thinking
out.
of longevity, yeah, it's
Well, yeah,
definitely
you-
gonna be
if
God of
you're-
War.
Well, no,
But
if you're going longevity, you're
it's
going
gonna be
Final
s-
Fantasy.
Well,
That
shit
for
ain't even
sure.
close.
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
yeah. Well,
But
Final
if you-
Fantasy's had like 30 fucking games.
Yeah, you're right.
But honestly, if I'm to pick, I'm really torn between 2, and it's gonna be Spider-Man.
Did you play that?
I played the first one. I actually haven't finished it. I have to finish it, and I'm going to finish it.
It looks beautiful
But it's
First one's
Spider-Man
amazing.
and God of War.
every time. Yeah,
Those are the 2 that I'm torn between. It's just
See, Spider-Man definitely is up there on that list with me, but
yeah.
Aloy's my girl though, man.
that's where it's tough for me because I pour
I love-
so much time into Horizon.
Did you play God of War?
I'm
Wes?
playing it.
Okay, you're playing.
He's
it. You haven't
currently
finished it yet.
No.
Okay, so once you finish
Finish
it. We'll have this conversation offline, and you're probably going to change your mind. Have you played God of War?
No,
I
he has not.
I have not yet.
Okay,
Sorry, I keep
highly-
getting distracted because I'm getting pictures from my wife of these cookies she's making.
Okay, I'm going to come to your house afterwards. I'll tell my wife that I got stuck at Wes's, and we'll have cookies. So you need to play.
I do.
No, you need to play God of War.
I do, because
have you played Spider-Man?
I messed around with it, but
Okay,
I haven't
messed that
played
you.
very
Okay,
far.
you need to play that too.
Yeah,
Being a
I would love
PS4
to play every
hands
single
down.
one of these.
So look, being a PS4 guy, this is just something that I highly recommend that you do. If I have to purchase them for
play
you,
play every game on this exclusive list.
yeah, if I have to purchase them for your ass, I will. I don't care.
Looking at this,
Highly
though,
recommend it, though.
I'd be shot. And again, picking one of these is the best. You're splitting hairs at this point
It's so
because
tough,
they're
though.
all
It
they're
is.
all crazy. Even the ones we haven't played. I'm going to assume I would go Horizon based on what I've played, but ones that are on here that I haven't played yet that I intend to, I find it very hard for me that it's not going to end up being The Last of Us Part 2.
I will also say with that list, with other people looking at it, I would not be surprised in the slightest if it ends up being Final Fantasy,
Oh, they're so
because
it's so big.
it's so storied. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, there's so much in it. There's so much depth with that. With that whole series, to where that people are so. People just. They have this love and appreciation for these characters. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying?
I can appreciate this being on the list because I know it was a really cool game to see, but like there's no way Bloodborne's not in last place for me. That shit was too hard. And I like a challenge. That was insane. But yeah, for me it's probably going to be Horizon, and like I said, I can't imagine. I got to start Last of Us Part 2 already. I have it downloaded. It's sitting right in front of me. The fact that I haven't touched it is wild
Yeah.
because I'd be shocked if it's not Game of the Year with all the buzz that it's gotten.
From everything I've heard, I mean, like,
Well, it's good.
Not
Well,
only
actually,
have
fuck,
I,
it is going to be tough when you got games like Ghost of Tsushima and stuff like that too.
and I've been hearing a lot of amazing
Yeah.
things about that game too.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like Last of Us Part 2, like not only have I heard it from friends, I've been hearing obviously from the podcast world. Our people within the podcast community.
Yeah.
They've been talking about Last of Us 2 like crazy. They're sitting there talking about like.
Yeah, Alex was
man,
like, dude, I need you to have
there's
played this
some
game
jump-
right. I need someone to talk to.
There's some jump scare spots that that actually make people like actually like shudder.
Yeah,
It's
this-
like it's
yeah.
it's wild. But yeah, so I had a conversation with with the guys. Obviously being Mike, Hav, and Dan,
Yeah.
and they were throwing some criticism our way
Mm-hmm.
about how we acted with the Xbox showcase. Now, Clyburn texted all of us, in a group text, and gave his explanation, which made sense. I'm not going to argue with him
not,
about it.
not at all. And he was very professional, and I appreciated all the feedback that we got from him, which is always good. It's
Now-
nice to get that kind of criticism from our friends and other listeners and stuff.
I
like
say
that.
all the
like
time,
that.
if I got to be schooled, school me.
Yeah,
Now-
you're not wrong.
Now, here's the thing: we have been labeling that showcase as the Xbox Series X gameplay showcase. That's what we've been saying.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing that I've looked up in the last few days that have said that that's what it was called. It was the game showcase,
That's fair.
Fair enough.
not gameplay. So
That's fair.
we all came into it under the assumption of seeing more of something that they didn't even. They actually didn't even say.
Yeah, that's fine. But if you fuck up the first one, why would you fuck up the second one?
Well, the first one
The
the
fir- no,
first
no, no.
one they
The first one they
specifically
fucked up
said
because the first one they
gameplay.
said gameplay.
That's
Yeah.
fine. It
The
doesn't.
So they
the
definitely
second one they didn't. The second one they said it's a game showcase.
That's fine. But they still
So-
fucked up the first one.
Well, yeah,
Well, I got to let that go at this point. I've already hammered
but
that
I'm
one
not-
home.
I
I'm
wasn't
not
here
worried
for that
about
one,
that.
so I get to just a little bit.
Once again, I'm not worried about that one anymore. But because of the fact of learning this knowledge and still going through everything, and and with everything we watched and all of it, I do feel like I need to change my grade.
I'm going to bump them up just because I based a lot of it on not showing
gameplay
enough
aspect.
gameplay, and I thought there was going
And
to be
that's
gameplay.
exactly what I'm talking about. So for
I'm still
me-
only going to give it a B, though.
I'm not
Look,
bumping mine up at all because
I'm still I'm sitting with you. I'm going solid B.
Just
Yeah.
because I wanted more out of, like, Halo didn't blow me away like I thought it would. Like, I kind of knew what I was getting, but again, that's also subject to change because I know the game's not done.
And also with Halo was also being ran off of a PC. It wasn't being ran
Yeah.
off of the Series X. You know what I mean? You mean going ahead and running that whole system.
Yeah.
So so that one I can go ahead and give a little bit. But like I said, I'm going to 100% solid B for me. You know what I mean? 85. That's how I feel going ahead and talking about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, mine's still
B's
like a
85.
solid
I'm
C plus.
I'm still...
Because I'm still every game they have showed is still lackluster to me. I could care less. I have no interest except for Fable. Halo, when it goes
Oh, I
down in
got
price,
s- oh, I got-
Halo. I mean, look, I know what I said on the last cast, and there are a couple games that I will purchase when they come out and they release. But
Grounded for sure.
right, but what I'm saying is, the list that you just read off for PlayStation 4, I will purchase every single one of those games. The list that was proven or showed to us for the Xbox, there's a handful of them, and that's it.
Are you talking about the one that I literally just went over?
Yeah, the little one you literally.
The one that he just went over wasn't. I mean that wasn't all new releases coming out.
Yeah, that's after 8 years. That's what they've come out. So
it doesn't matter.
You can't really judge that until the Series X has been out for 8 years,
Well,
and you see what exclusive they roll out with.
It's still my judgment, not yours or Wes's or anybody else's.
And that's look, man.
That's clear. I'm just saying
you
you have
know what
nothing.
I'm saying?
We have nothing to judge it off of yet.
And I get that, and I understand. I'm going to
That's what I'm saying.
definitely catch some flack for what I just said, but I really don't care because the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, I still like all consoles, but don't talk. It looks like you got a bubble or you're drooling. Anyway, the Xbox for me has been lackluster. It's that simple. And until I see something that is going to just get my panties in a bunch and get me all excited.
Fable done did it already, bro.
Well, yeah. But what I'm saying is,
So-
still at the end of the day, what system am I purchasing first?
PlayStation, I assume.
Right. And most of the exclusives are going to be for what system?
PlayStation, I assume.
Okay, so there's your answer for everything.
Okay.
Until I see more exclusives that excite me the way that PlayStation has, I don't
That's
care.
fair.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
It's just that simple.
And that's
for
fine.
me, that's the way it is.
And
That's
that's
fair.
fine.
That's all.
That's fair. I just
So
like I
still-
said, I'm only changing mine because I want it to be a fair judgment. I know I knocked them for not showing enough gameplay because I thought they said gameplay.
I think we all knocked him for not showing gameplay.
We did.
But it's,
So if I
it's still a C+.
fucked up reading that, then that's on me.
Look, we
Maybe
all
I
did.
was
we all
so-
did because we all came from this. We all were looking at it from from the same perspective.
Yeah, we did.
So
Yeah, fair enough.
we were like,
And that's the thing,
it's
like I said-
gameplay. No,
like
it
I said,
wasn't.
I changed my grade because
Fair
and once again, dude, I gave it that CC minus as an Xbox loyalist. You know what I mean? I gave it that. Once again, I was also I didn't have the same thought process that I do now. Now that I know that it was a game showcase, you mean go ahead and show me 22 games. For the most part, I'm looking at it going, okay, damn, that's actually pretty wicked. All right, cool. Yeah, like, all right, I get it.
They definitely have stuff to build off of.
Absolutely.
They definitely have stuff to build. And I got out of it what I wanted. It still doesn't change my grade much because there wasn't a whole lot that I was like, ooh, I definitely want that. But what did I want out of that? I wanted to see, even if it was just one thing, just something that's going to be like, okay, I can't miss that. And for me personally, having seen Fable, I have to have a Series X now. I'm not going to not play that game.
Okay.
Even if everything else didn't fucking blow me away. I still have to have it for that.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
What we ready?
Well, we
for?
got a lot to talk
What
about
we
here,
ready
bro.
for?
So,
Oh boy, here we go.
You might as well go first if you don't have much, because we can go.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking for about an hour. So this podcast.
No,
is
definitely
going
not an
for-
hour.
Yeah,
Definitely
no, fuck
not
with
an
it. Or
if we talk for an hour, it's going to last just as long as our normal podcast.
hell yeah, brother. No, go ahead, go West.
So, now it is time for us to tell all the people, the crew members, the crewbies, all through the world, what we are playing.
That was extra long today.
That was extra long.
All right, so yeah, so I'll start with myself. Literally has been almost nothing. I spent most of my time this week with my wife upstairs hanging out with the kids. So,
And
That whole
that
big
is
ass
what he's
intro.
been
And
playing.
I got nothing.
dad mode, dude. It's what it is. I found a handful. Actually, weird thing. I actually found a handful more shrines in Breath of the Wild. I was fucking with that a little bit. I think at some point last week.
Hell yeah.
Finally.
Yeah,
Finally get back in there.
yeah, I know.
still
Messed
haven't
around a
finished
little
the fucking
more
thing.
with the third DLC in Borderlands 3, and last night we ran another Freaky Friday, which I'm actually very proud of myself with the progress that
Progress.
So I'd like to apologize. My ass fell asleep and
That's
I missed
fine.
I missed your entire stream. I like watching it. I put it on the big TV in the living room and we all sit down and watch it. So just a little explanation. Did you progress much
I did.
further?
So I needed to go ahead and find something from somebody and then hand it back to the doctor so that way he can give me what I need to fix the girl
Okay.
that flew out in space with me.
Right. Okay.
Right?
I remember that from the last one.
Yes. So last week, remember I went into this room and I stayed in that room for a very long time. It had
The whole stream.
Yeah.
The whole fucking stream.
Yeah,
West in a locker
it had a
Yeah.
it had a synthetic in there and then it looked like synthetic on the ground.
Yeah.
And then I was in the locker for most of the stream.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
So in that room was actually where I needed to be. So last night
Son of a bitch.
last night I'm like, okay, going that way meant nothing. So I started going the other way.
Right.
And then I made it that way. This motherfucker still
got.
It's yo, this bitch still really didn't fucking give me much chance.
No. All up in your ass.
So I mean, look, I still threw noisemakers and shit, but I got something to talk about later on with that too. But so I found what I needed to find. I started making my way back. I ended up in a locker. Go figure.
Shocker.
But the room that I was in has a locked door that I could bypass in order to go ahead and get back to my save room. So I had to go ahead and wait for the alien to go ahead and give me a chance. So I did that. I got through, made the save, and then in order to make it back towards, the other save in that main hub, I'm like, shit, I'm out of noisemakers. I don't have anything else. So let me try to figure out what I can do. And Shelby, who is Jacob's wife from What's Your Spaghetti Policy, she's like, why don't you throw a flashbang? I'm like,
touche.
Okay, let me throw a flashbang. What the fuck? Why the hell not? So I threw it. I wasn't expecting what the fuck it does. Like, look, yes, obviously flashbang, flash of light. Yo, look, dude, I've thrown flashbangs in Call of Duty and in other fucking games.
Doesn't quite compare.
No, sir. Yo, this was insane. How bright and loud that was. Like, it caught me so off guard. The alien went to it, and I went hiding because I was like, I'm like, I need to collect myself for a minute. But I did finally make it to that save spot in that main hub. So now I need to go ahead and walk about another 20 feet, 30 feet in order to go ahead and get back to the guy so that way he can give me what I need.
Nice.
So there was definitely progress made. I didn't spend as much time in lockers as I have in previous streams. So I'm getting a little bit better.
That's good.
But yeah, dude, this alien was not fucking around, dude. I ended up hiding under a fucking hospital bed, and then it saw me and pulled me from my legs from like backwards, and I'm like,
oh, bet that was scary.
No, I knew it was gonna happen though. I had a feeling because like right before the alien gets you, like 2 seconds of just dead silence, and it's just like, nah, fuck. That's basically what you get. And like normally I'm so into the game that I don't pay attention to the music. Hearing like it goes silent.
Yeah.
But when I'm like hiding under beds and shit, I kind of focus on that. Or if I'm hiding in rooms, I focus on that because then it's like, okay, that means that I fucked up somewhere. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So you guys have been throwing down on a little co-op action.
Hell,
we have. So a little backstory lead. Oh my god, a little backstory leading into that.
That was loud.
I forgot that I moved my mic up. We
Jesus Christ, dude.
We have been looking for a. All
right, you know what? I think I'm gonna take over here because he's like squeaking and he's got bubbles and he's slurring words.
While Anthony was gone, he purchased a TV that we wanted to put in the studio for a long time, but we had no mount. So Anthony.
Sure. Do you just want me to hit pause on this and just let you collect yourself?
No, we straight. Anthony and I went to
Anthony.
That's a solid
we
name.
went to Best Buy during like an end of the world rainstorm to look for a TV mount, which we never found. It looked like Best Buy had been pillaged by the time we got there. But while we were there, we were like, let's see if there's anything that we can play co-op wise. And we were about to leave, and he saw this unassuming looking case over there, just like collecting cobwebs off to the side.
Absolutely what happened.
And he picks it up and he's looking at it, and you see him go, huh. I'm like, what? And then he's reading me the stuff about this game called Remnant from the Ashes?
Remnant from the Ashes.
Remnant from the Ashes. Heard nothing about it.
Made
Never
by
heard of it.
THQ Nordic.
Never heard of it in my entire life. So I was like, all right. It was $40. I was like, let me whip out the old cell phone here and see what information I can get. So first I started looking at reviews, and everything that I saw, it had like somewhere from 4.5 to 4.8 out of 5 where I was looking. And the very first review that I saw said something like the best co-op game I've played in a very long time. So I was like, all right, right there I was in. And everything else was pretty good. So I was like, all right, next step, just to be safe, let's check the PlayStation Store, see what's up. And we found what was $40 at Best Buy was, I believe, $20 for the base game.
No, it was 31.
Well, that was for the extra one that we got.
Oh yeah, it was 20. No, it was $23 for the base game, and then it was 31 on the PlayStation Store, with the DLC.
There you go.
So for
And-
$9 cheaper, we got
Yeah.
we got the DLC and
Exactly. We got everything
and all
we
that
wanted.
stuff.
And they actually have a new DLC that Wes brought up, which is actually coming out August 20th, 2020, which this game was created like the beginning of 2019,
Yeah.
and they're still releasing content for this game. I mean, look, on Steam it got a 9 out of 10. PC Gamer gave it a 77% overall, which isn't terrible.
No.
But if you want a solid co-op game that you can play with your friends, and now unfortunately it's not like most co-op games where you play with like you have an option of 1 to 4 players online.
It's 3.
It's
like
3.
Destiny.
It's like Destiny, right? But I will tell you this right now.
So much fun.
If you're looking for, if you have played most co-op games with your friends and you want to get away from the PvP with Call of Duty and stuff like that, and you just want something different that has a story, and it's kind of like a looter shooter slasher.
It's like a looter shooter slasher.
As Andy put it earlier. You got to check it out. Well, you don't have to, but I recommend that you check it out. It is a solid game with half decent graphics. The story behind it's pretty unique and cool in itself. It's just it's been a while since I've had a really fun time playing a co-op game. Aside from Borderlands 3, because that's always been like the Borderlands have always been fun to play online.
Yeah.
But it's been a while since I've actually had a really good game that you could sit down and be like, "Hey, I got an hour. You want to play?" Sure.
Yeah.
What's up, Wes?
Great.
Yeah, so I will also say that with this game, that it is on Game Pass. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
right,
So,
that's right.
So if you do have a Game Pass subscription, it's free to download. I just looked at it. I just started downloading. It's 41 gigs.
Hell yeah,
Fucking
brother.
drop it. Let's go. Let's do it.
It plays it plays and looks like a mix between Fallout and Elder Scrolls, and it has some Dark Souls elements to it. I know that'll lose a lot of people right away because of how hard those games are. And
It's
this
not
game,
that hard.
This game it's definitely
difficult.
it's definitely difficult. You
Yeah.
will replay a couple points, but where this is a little bit more forgiving, whereas in like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and stuff like that, when you die, whatever you've collected until you died, if you haven't banked that stuff, you lose it. You can
don't.
die as many times as you want here, and you still keep everything,
Yeah.
with the exception of if you use consumables and stuff like that.
Okay.
Those things will go away.
Yep.
But the story isn't bad. It doesn't necessarily blow you away, and it is something where I would say that I don't know. I think Anthony said the same thing. I don't know that I would have as much fun if I was playing that game by myself.
Yeah, this is.
It definitely helps. Like having another person makes it so much more fun.
It does.
I mean, look, I might actually spend the money just to go ahead and get it on PlayStation as opposed to.
well,
Come
hey,
on in, brother.
You know
Come
what?
on in.
I would double check the PlayStation Store. By the time this podcast comes out, it might actually still be the same price. But like I said, when we purchased it, it was $31 with the DLC. If the price is still the same, because PlayStation always has their like monthly deals, or they always
Yeah.
have their 10. I think right now it's like their 10-year anniversary, whatever
Yeah.
thing. Where it's
Yeah,
like,
that's what they have going right now with the PlayStation Network.
games are
There's
like
always- there's always something.
extremely cheap and stuff like that. You might even be able to pick it up cheaper than we did. But I highly recommend, even if you don't buy it, take a look at reviews and watch some of the gameplay online.
The customization
is
fun. It's fun. It's
yep.
deep, and
It seems like
You get
haven't
gear often.
You do get gear often. We haven't reached the end of the game yet, and we haven't. I don't know.
I don't know where we are.
I don't either, and I haven't looked this up yet. But I don't know if there's an actual level cap, because you're not leveling up per se. What you're doing is when you get X amount of XP for your player, you gain what would be considered like a trait point, and you can
Yeah.
then upgrade certain traits that your character has. I don't think there's like an actual level cap. Now, I haven't looked it up yet, so don't hold me to it.
Yeah, you very well may be able to just completely.
Yeah, you might be able to like send
your
your dude into
character
God
up.
mode. Who knows? But so far, this game has been extremely fun, and for the money that we spent, even if you spend the original $39 that they had it listed for,
It still would have been good.
it's still worth it. I highly recommend you take a look at it.
It was a diamond in the rough for us because we had never heard of it. But yeah, I highly suggest that everybody check it out. One cool thing that I did want to mention about it before we go away is that before we go away, where are we going?
Are we going on vacation?
Before we end the
I wish I
segment,
could go on vacation.
a way a lot of the
Right.
traits work, which is cool, where unlike a game like Borderlands where you see what your skill tree is and stuff like that, and eventually when you get to you can up things, there's certain traits that you unlock in this game that you don't unlock until you do certain things, and it doesn't tell you. You don't know it's coming. So like once Anthony and I revived each other like 10 times. A trait popped up called like Revivalist or something like that you can start putting up to make like your revival time faster and stuff like that. So
Okay.
you actually have to like figure things out and balance things out as you go. But
I'm excited to hear about this Neomane next run.
yep. Well, shit, join us, brother.
Yeah.
You can see firsthand.
I'll take a look.
You just want to chip in and get it for him?
I don't care.
Okay.
Down.
All right, so that ends it for us. A little bit longer than our normal short podcast per
Sorry.
se, but no, it's fine. All right, so we're going to end this right now, and we will go ahead and drop some new information for you guys about the Avengers game War Table that we watched and all the information we got from that. But until we hit that, Ant, where can they find us?
How you guys doing? You can connect with CGC in a bunch of different places, you guys. So look, this is number one. It's the Console Crew, which is at Twitter. Okay, you can reach out to us, which is consolegamingcrew@gmail.com. You know, that's the website. It's consolegamingcrew.com. Yeah, I think I said that twice. Oh, jeez.
I just lost me. He said twiddle.
You can check out our YouTube. We actually have one now. We did the Hot Ones Inspired thing not that long ago. It's pretty cool. You can check us out on it. You can check us out on Instagram, which is Console Gaming Crew. It's a pretty cool place, you know. And then you can check us out on Facebook, which is Console Gaming Crew. I think that's it, you guys. Oh, no, wait, we got Twitch, too. Wait, I forgot. We got Wes, which is Dragon _ dash C. Well, it's the same thing. It hasn't changed since last week.
He's so fucking stupid.
Oh, we got Andrew, which is Scooby CGC. And then we got Anthony, which is CGC _ Squishy Soprano. If you want, I can go through and I can label all the names. And, yeah, you know, Wes is DRAGON _ and then Scooby is S is, yeah, okay, Scooby. And then we got Squishy. Just look it up on Google.
I also would like to ask everybody to please give us a 5-star rating and comment on Podchaser and Apple Podcasts. Help us move up in the gaming's categories and just podcasts altogether. We would greatly appreciate it. So, until next time, wash your hands, stay safe, and as always,
Game on, baby.
Yeah, game on, you guys.
game on, y'all.